But we have to talk about this. This is absolutely embarrassing from ESPN. So this is ESPN at the ESPYs. This is the ESPYs from Shane Gillis. Let's take a listen. I can't show a clip just for copyright reasons. Let's take a listen to what he said.
When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist-fighting black women.
What? Like, that is not only completely false, that is continuing to try to push this weird agenda. And you've got these dumbasses. I detect no lies. What are people on about? There's one person that Caitlin Clark has seemingly tried to fight in the WNBA, and it's JC Sheldon. It's JC Sheldon. The closest Caitlin Clark has been to fist fighting somebody was JC Sheldon. And I'm incredibly colorblind. Like, I'm extremely badly colorblind. But, like, I'm pretty sure JC Sheldon's white. And I understand that it's a joke. But when you are in the middle of some race war that you do not want to be a part of, and ESPN are basically saying, you know, basically doubling down with you being in the race war, that's not good. It's not good. And again, I understand it's meant to be a joke. One, and this is one of those things being like, oh, I don't want to be the joke, please. Or me just saying, oh, it's not funny. Like, I think it's very, very different when when there is this narrative out there. When there's a narrative out there that Caitlin Clark is a racist, and you've basically said Caitlin Clark's a racist. Like, it is, and you can't censor a comedian. Realistically, you can say whatever the hell you want. But the problem is, you've now got the people that believe Caitlin Clark is a racist going, I told you so. Oh, this is so real, so true. And I'm like, at least there has to be some better way to make that same joke. There has to be some better way to make that same joke. That you could have made that joke without heavily implying. By the way, thank you, Todd, for the $10. Really appreciate that. Without heavily implying that Caitlin Clark is a racist. Like, you could 100% make that same joke. Make that same joke. And again, apparently, he has said some completely out of pocket things about a lot of athletes. And at the end of the day, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. And like, this is one of the things. SGA is here. Everybody sitting around him is in foul trouble. And it's a joke about that. And look, at the end of the day, when it comes to stuff like that, it's completely fine to make jokes at the expense of a player. I don't care about jokes you made at the extent of Caitlin Clark. If you made some sort of a joke that, I don't know, like Caitlin Clark couldn't be here to, something like, oh, Caitlin Clark couldn't be here to accept her award, but even if she was, I think she would have thrown it away to the other team. Something like that. It is ridiculous. It's a really poor taste joke. And like, it would be one thing if Caitlin Clark had actually gotten into a fist fight with somebody ever in her career. But we're now looking at a person who, through none of their own doing, has been put in the middle of a race war. And you're kind of doubling and tripling down on it. I don't know. For me, it's there's just something about it that I'm like, it just doesn't seem right. It does not seem right. And like, you've now got Cheryl Swoops out there. Cheryl Swoops literally said, I don't like all the nastiness that comes along with I don't like all the nastiness Caitlin Clark brings. What the hell does Caitlin Clark do except play basketball? I mean that. What does Caitlin Clark do except play basketball? And that is essential. Cheryl Swoops is saying that, and now you've got this type of thing. How the hell is... And by the way, all that Caitlin Clark has done, I kid you not, is lose a game 2 years ago. She lost a game 2 years ago, and her opponent ran up to her and started doing this. Her opponent ran up to her and started doing this. That is the only thing that Caitlin Clark has done wrong, is be taunted. All of this because she got taunted. Like, it is crazy because you're looking at this, and the problem is you're seeing this right here with this comment. If you look at the responses, every single person in the response is like, oh, it's so true, so true. Oh, it's real. Real knows real. I've seen a response. He's so real to talk about this. What the hell is going on? Like, he's so real. So apparently Caitlin Clark has gotten into a fist fight with a person on the NBA on a WNBA court. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, this is so much. There are so many jokes you can make at the expense of Caitlin Clark. There are so many jokes you can make at the expense of Caitlin Clark. Like, there are so many jokes. But you can't, but there's no point, but like, the one joke he chose was him essentially saying Caitlin Clark is a racist. Which I don't even think was a joke. He just basically said Caitlin Clark's a racist. Like, that is a crazy, crazy, crazy thing to say. And again, it's probably just a joke gone horribly wrong. It is probably just a joke gone horribly wrong. Or a joke that did not hit in the way that he intended it to hit. And at the end of the day, that happens with comedians, especially if they toe the line. So I'm not out here saying, like, this guy is the worst person in the world. It's definitely just a joke. Like, a joke that probably... A joke in poor taste that probably didn't hit quite as well as he thought it was going to. So it's not the end of the world, but, like, why? Why? There's going to be think pieces for a month on this. You have literally given these dumbasses ammo for think pieces. I don't think he even realizes what he's done.